Hi Angel Faces. I apologize for the quality of this video. It's definitely not going to be the best because I'm recording it on my cell phone while you're at lunch. It was either right now or while I'm on the Stairmaster later, and nobody wants to see that, trust me. Okay, we're going to go over Chapter 6 very simply. Chapter 6 was called The Journey from Platform 9 3/4. I don't even have my book in front of me. That's how short this video is going to be, I promise. Alright. So we start, and Harry's school, remember, begins September 1st. And it's the day before Harry's supposed to catch the train to Hogwarts. And so he finally speaks to Uncle Vernon for the first time. Because since he got back from that day at Diagon Alley, they haven't been speaking to him. They've been avoiding him. They have barely even noticed that he was in the house. They've just not even talked to him. It's even more lonely than normal. One more important thing, Harry named his owl Hedwig. She's so cute. So his owl's name is now Hedwig. And Harry goes downstairs and is like, hey, Uncle Vernon, I need a ride to the train station. And he's just grunting at Harry. He's not saying yes, he's not saying no. He's just like, So Harry's like, okay, great. And Uncle Vernon makes a joke of like, I can't believe you're getting to a wizard school by train. Are all of the magic carpets filled with holes? Like, just like instigating a confrontation. And Uncle Vernon ends the conversation by saying something to the effect of, we're going to London tomorrow anyway, otherwise I wouldn't bother driving you. And Harry is trying to be friendly toward him and says, you know, what are you guys going to London for? And he says, we have to get Dudley's tail removed. Yeah, that's hysterical. So they get to the train station, and Uncle Vernon's like, what train are you taking? And he said the one at platform 9 3/4. So that's, you know, a fraction, so 9 3/4. Which isn't a real station. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he's looking for 9 3/4. So that means that there would have to be a 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2. And that's just not how it works. It just goes like 1 to 10 or 1 to however many. So there is no platform 9 3/4. And so Uncle Vernon's like, well, good luck then. And he's just being a total butthead because it doesn't exist. Harry gets to the platform, and he's asking people, you know, where is this? Where is the train that leaves at 11 o'clock? And the train station employee was like, there is no train that leaves at 11 o'clock today. So Harry's like, Hagrid forgot to tell me something. And then a chunky little lady walks by with a whole bunch of kids and says, packed with muggles? And Harry heard the word muggles, knew that had something to do with wizards, because that's a wizarding word, and so he follows her. They are running. They have carts, so it's like, imagine like a shopping cart filled with things, like books and bags and all kinds of stuff, running straight at a wall. So Harry asked the lady, like, excuse me, could you please tell me your trick? Like, how are you getting to the platform? And she says, run straight at the wall, dear. Do it in a bit of a run if you're nervous. So, best case scenario, Harry gets to the Hogwarts Express. Worst case scenario, he, like, dies from running headfirst into a brick wall, and then Hedwig dies because she's on the trolley, too. So, they run, and he gets through, and there's a big red train. Harry's struggling with his trunk because he doesn't have any friends. He doesn't know anyone. He's struggling with his trunk. Two of the boys that were with the plump woman, because she had, like I said, she had a whole bunch of kids with her, are like, do you need help with that? And so they help lift Harry's trunk into like the overhead storage compartment thing. And the older boys are like, blimey, you're Scar, you're Harry Potter. And Harry's like, yes, I am. Not just like that, but he said, yeah, I'm him. So the mom calls all of her kids to like say goodbye. There's 4 of them going to Hogwarts total, and there's a little girl who's not yet old enough to go to Hogwarts. So you have the twins, you have a youngest boy, and then you have the oldest boy, and you don't know their names yet. So the one boy is like, Mother, I can't stay long. I'm a prefect, and we have our own seating in the train. And I like to think of Percy, his name's Percy, as a glorified hall monitor. Like, he just takes himself way too seriously. He's the first student changed into his Hogwarts robes. Like, he's taking himself serious. They get, so they say bye to him, and the twins tease him. They're like, I had no idea you were a prefect. Of course they did. Like, he's not stopped talking about it. So, Percy gets on the train, and the mom's like, Fred and George, the name of the twins. They're like, she said, if I get one more owl telling me you've blown up a toilet at Hogwarts, so help me. And the twins were like, we've never blown up a toilet, but thanks for the idea, Mom. And obviously, she, like you get the idea that the twins are the troublemakers at school. And then you have Ron, who's the youngest, and then the mom was like, boys, make sure you watch after Ron. So you have Percy, Fred, Ron, and George. And then there's the little girl, her name is Ginny, and she's super cute, and she's not old enough to go to Hogwarts yet. Ron gets on the train. The only storage, or the only, like, room that has seating is the one that Harry's in. The rest of the chapter is just a kind of a huge introduction of characters. So you have Ron. Harry's like, tell me a little bit about yourself. Ron, bleh. Everything that Ron has ever felt has come out at this point. He feels inadequate to his brothers. He feels like it's just expected of him to do very well because all of his brothers have done so well. But if he does well, no one's really going to notice because it's just expected of him. We learn that Ron's family is incredibly poor. And we learn that Ron has a lot of pressure on him to be in Gryffindor because his whole family has always been in Gryffindor. Harry word vomits right back to Ron and says, I've always been poor until a few weeks ago. I had no idea I was famous. I had no idea what happened to my parents. I've always lived with muggles. And then this woman comes by with like a cart full of candy. And she's like, anything off the trolley, dears? And Ron's like, no, my mom made sandwiches. Because, again, like, he just can't afford that. So Harry goes out and he's looking for, like, a normal candy bar, kind of like a Snickers type of thing. And she was like, we don't have that. We have all these candies. He buys a ton of stuff and brings it back in the cupboard. And the book said that he shared with Ron, but he had never had something to share before. And he's never had somebody to share something with. So it's just a really touching moment. And then this boy named Neville comes to the room and he's like, I lost my toad. And, like, his pet toad. And Ron was like, if I brought a toad, I would have lost it as fast as I could. So they're like, sorry, mate, I haven't seen it. A few minutes later, a girl comes back with Neville, the boy with no toad. And she's like, have you guys seen a toad? And Ron's like, no. But Ron was holding a wand because he was trying to turn his pet rat yellow. And she's like, oh, you're doing magic. Let's see then. I'm Hermione Granger. My parents are not wizards. It was quite a pleasant surprise to find out that I was a witch because no one in my family is magical at all. So the important thing from there is that her name is Hermione and that she has non-magic family. So she is, she's one of those families that the boy from the uniform shop does not think should be allowed into Hogwarts. And then Ron totally fails at this magic trick, and then they leave, continuing to look for the toad. And then the boy from the uniform shop comes, and we learn his name is Draco Malfoy. And he goes, I heard Harry Potter was on this cart. And Harry's like, yes, that's me. And he was like, you know, you don't want to go making friends with the wrong sort. Talking about Ron, like, and he goes, you'll soon find out that some wizarding families are better than others, Potter. You best not go making friends with the wrong sort. Talking about Weasley, because he's poor. And sassy Harry is like, I think I can tell the wrong sort for myself, thanks. And then they like, Draco just takes it way too far and says something about his parents, and he's like, you're going to come to the same end that your parents did, and Harry stands up, and Ron stands up, and then two of Draco's friends are there, Crabbe and Goyle, and then Draco's like, is it a fight, is it? And then Harry's like, I guess, and they're about ready to fight, and Scabbers, Ron's pet rat, bites Crabbe's hand. And the boys run away and leave because the rat bit them and they thought that maybe there were more rats or they're just big babies. And they run away and Hermione comes and is like, are you boys fighting? And Ron's like, no. Like, she just keeps inserting herself in their business. And, oh, and there was another part that I kind of forgot to mention where she's like, I know all about Harry Potter. And she has every textbook that they are supposed to have as first years memorized. Like, this girl is on point with her studies. And she is like, well then, if you get us in trouble before we even get there, and is all like prissy about it. And she's like, I suggest you change into your robes. We'll be arriving soon. And so she has the boys change into their robes. And then we get to the end of the train ride, and the train slows down. The conductor says, leave all of your luggage on the cart. It will be taken to Hogwarts separately. Hagrid is there at the train station to take everybody into Hogwarts. And Hagrid takes them in boats. 4 people to a boat, except Hagrid gets his own boat. And the boats magically row themselves under this big bridge. And then you see Hogwarts for the first time. And it's this ginormous, beautiful castle. And they all land on the shore. The boats drop them off at the shore. They get out. And they walk up to the big oak front door of the castle. And Hagrid knocks 3 times on the castle door to get in. Boom! Under 11 minutes. Questions, email me. We're reading chapter 7 and doing our sorting activity. Next class. Yay, that was a lot of characters. We met Mrs. Weasley, Fred, George, Percy, Ginny, Ron, Hermione, Neville, Draco, Crabbe, Goyle. Yeah, that's a lot of characters for one chapter. Okay, bye guys. Have a great day.